Hey everybody, I'm back. It's been a really busy 3 months for me. So I tried to sneak in a little few videos here and there, and I've uploaded some things already. Most of them were already pre-recorded or pre-made, or the stuff that I did from set, so I didn't really speak in them. So I know I've always done my videos geared towards actors, and the things that you should be doing or should not be doing, because it's casting do's and don'ts. Um, and I feel like I'm always getting on to actors. I just want you to be successful and do good. And the industry is changing so much. And I feel for the better. I really do feel for the better, especially in the right to work states. And I say that because I include Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana and Arkansas. All these other states, the southern states, are right to work states. We don't really adhere to other rules and the common practices that were supposed to be standard all these years, because we're kind of self-contained and make our own independent films, and we have a lot of really great talent in all these states, quite honestly. And I'm based here in Texas, so I do work for companies that come in from out of state, maybe from Louisiana or Nashville or New York or Nebraska or anywhere else that may come here to film. A lot of them are independents, and I'm fine with that. I find that a lot of my talent, a lot of my actors here are able to book solid, good speaking roles on independent films that have great stories. There's a lot of faith-based. There's union films that come here as well that I do cast for. But I just wanted to say this to actors. I know I get on to you quite frequently and tell you things you should be doing, like I said. And also, on the other hand, or the other foot, so to speak, it's just as important for directors, producers, and I'm even going down to the ADs to treat people on set and actors with respect and kindness. Because I've been through it all. In all the years that I've been working in this industry, I've I've had a lot of stuff come at me, dodging, like, what was that? Where did that come from? I'm just doing my job. Looks like I don't have a shirt on. I do have a shirt on, y'all. But I've been called stupid. I've been called names. I've felt like gum under somebody's shoe that they were trying to get rid of. It happens in this industry, unfortunately. And I had been through the earlier years where people were treated like that on set, sadly. And it shouldn't be that way. It should never be that way. And so I speak to those folks, be kind, be humble, respect the people on your set. I really don't care what title you have. Yes, I'm going to do the best and give my 110% and more to your project, to your production, and be the best I can be and get you the best actors and do everything I possibly can to make it successful. But you have to understand that the way you speak to people and treat them makes a difference. You can catch more flies with honey than you can vinegar. You know what I mean? That's what we say in the South. So you want to be kind to people. And if you can't at the moment, if you're stressed or things are going on, I know film sets can be chaotic. I know for the director, it can be stressful. For the AD, they got a lot of moving parts and a lot of moving places and a lot of people. They have actors coming at them or PAs coming at them that, asking all these crazy questions that are not priority. I get that. However, take a break for a moment, walk away, and say, I'll answer you in just a second. I'll be right back. Go pray. Pray about it. Release that tension and relax and think, how would I want to be treated? You want to be treated with kindness and respect and be given an answer in a proper way, not yelled at, and not talked down to as though you're making that person feel belittled just a little bit because you're upset or you're having a bad day or it's just chaos. I get that. And I will say I've been on a lot of sets that were like that, very chaotic, and the tension actually comes down from the top, and it's a ripple effect, and it spreads through sets, and you can cut it with a knife. You can feel it so much. It's like a thick cheesecake. I don't know where that came from. It just came to my head. Maybe I'm hungry for cheesecake. I don't know. Anyway, it's the same thing with being kind. If you have that kindness and that compassion and helping hand, that giving heart in your spirit and your soul, you reach out to people. Yes, take a moment to answer them. Say, I don't have the answer, but I'll be right back. Go sit down for a minute, take a breather, take a break, and then regain that composure, and then go talk to those folks and be kind to them. Be nice to everybody. Just the ripple effect from a good, controlled spirit also ripples through and affects everybody. It can bring peace and composure back into view, and it makes everybody feel better, And so think about those things, because I've seen it a lot more, and it shouldn't be that way. We should all have the same title. We're all in this together. We're all doing this for the benefit of creating this fantastic story with all this talent. And, we're all creatives. We're all creatives kind of flock together. We stick together. So we have to stick together and love what we do, love our job. But remember to embrace those folks around us. Yes, we all have a title. Yes, there's an AD, a second AD, a third, and the director and the producers. But we all need to be just one body, one person, and fellowship on a set as though it were a fellowship, not just a film crew. We become family, and it should be that way on everything. I know there is a difference in some of the secular films I've been on and between the faith-based. And the faith-based, there's always a lot of prayer. There's always a lot of respect, a lot of lower voices talking and sitting down with each other and talking and respecting each other. There's no titles, in other words. It's everybody's in this together. On some other sets, it's like, I'm going to tell you what to do, and you're going to listen. Treat people with respect, even the PAs. They may not always know what's going on or what to do. Sometimes they have to ask questions. Yes, they should be informed and know what to do before you even ask them, but I've seen some PAs be belittled on set by people above them, and that should not be the case, ever. My casting is my ministry, and I'm here to take care of folks. I'm here to see them succeed and help them and speak with them and talk with them, pray with them, and, talk about things. It doesn't have to be about film stuff. It can be about their life, about where they're going, what they're doing, what they want to do, what they want to achieve in life, how they want to help other people. So that's important. I just felt like sharing that tonight. I've had a lot of good conversations this past week on a set that I was on with so many people, so many miracles on this set. I can't even, so many testimonies. I can't even explain to you the things that happen with this core group, this fellowship of filmmakers, and the producer and the director and the actors, everybody together. There was little moments, little pockets of tiny miracles that happen on set that just cannot be explained. And everybody felt it. Everybody felt the presence. Everybody felt the love. Everybody supported each other. We hugged each other. We were around each other, had our arms around each other in little groups of prayer, and it was just amazing. And I know they're going to talk about it and give testimony on camera one day, but it was amazing. One of the miracles that took place late in the evening on a mountaintop where they were filming, and something happened that was extraordinary. And so that's why I have this outburst of energy and feeling and compassion towards what I'm talking about, is being kind to others, because it really, really makes a difference. Okay. Just wanted to share that. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon in another video. Okay.